Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's lesson. Another day to celebrate music and perform music. And today we're going to be looking at the element of rhythm once more, but in a little bit more expanded way. If you recall the previous lesson, we had spoken about notes and their duration and rests and how they would look in a measure format. How the notes are organized so you could have those rhythmically, right? And we spoke about two special numbers that are usually at the beginning of the stave or the staff after the clef, and that's called the time signature, where the top number will tell you how many beats per bar, and the bottom number tells you what note gets the beat. So, on that note, we will segue into what we call meter. And meter is used in music every day. So we talk about meter, we want to say meter is the simplest way to describe grouping of notes within a particular setting. So, for example, in measures, you would know how many notes are to be grouped in a measure based on the meter designed, right, or intended. Now, meter does not walk alone, so they usually have good company such as pulse, tempo, rhythm, and time signature. And they are right along with all the scenery and the beautiful ride. So remember, the pulse is your steady beat. Your tempo speaks to speed. Yes, you say speed. So that's how fast or slow. Your rhythm has to do with duration. So that's long and short. And then our time signature tells us the number of beats per bar and the note that gets the beat. All right, so when we're talking about meter, usually these things are right to accompanying all of that. So in music, we have three types of meters that we interface with. So you may have duple, triple, or quadruple. So duple means two, triple meaning three, and quadruple meaning four. So these meters can be either simple or compound. So you have simple duple, simple triple, or simple quadruple, or compound duple, compound triple, or compound quadruple. But for the nature of this, we're going to look at simple meters. So we're looking at simple. And simple means that the beat can be easily divided into two. So for example, if you have four crotchets within a measure or four quarter notes, you can easily divide those crotchets into two. So if you divide a crotchet into two, what do you get? Two half notes or two eighth notes, not half, sorry, two halves. So those would be two eighths. So we could say, if we say 1, 2, 3, 4, we divide those evenly into, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So that's our duple. Simple meters, the beat is easily divided into two, right? And in compound, it's easily divided into three. So for example, a dotted crotchet, you could see three quavers in that because a dot extends a note half its value. So a crotchet is one beat. So if we put a dot, it is half of that. So we have 1.5. So total now we'll have three quavers. All right. So when we speak about tempo, if we have a given meter, then we have things to describe tempo. Usually, tempo markings are at the beginning of a score, or you're given it somewhere. So there's some indication, and there are some Italian terms that we normally use. And this screen might help you a little bit more because we have some pictures to guide what exactly they look like. So, for example, largo. Largo in tempo means very slow. And there's a little thingy here that could be compared to that. So if you're moving like a snail, You see how a snail moves, then that perhaps is largo. It's about the next one. The next one is andante, which is a walking pace. Could you describe any music that is at that pace? And then we have moderato, which is moderately, or at moderate pace, or moderate speed. Presto, very fast. And we have allegro, quickly and bright, or march tempo. If you have any pieces that reflect those tempos, so you can have an idea of what they would feel like, how they would go. Here's some more. You may have lento, which is slowly. We have Brother Snail there again. Largo, we spoke about. Adagio is leisurely. Andante, we just spoke about allegro. Vivace, which is lively. And we have presto, very quickly, which we spoke about. All right. So those are some common tempo markings that we'll see. There are others, there are lots of others, but these are some common ones that you'll see within a piece of music. So meter and time signatures are close relatives. For instance, a meter represented by a 3/4 time signature implies that we have what? 3 beats per measure where the accent is on the first beat. So if we say 3/4, that means that we're having 3 beats per bar or per measure, and the crotchet is getting 1 beat. So, for example, 3/4 would sound like this, probably at moderate tempo. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, clap, 1, 2, 3. And notice the first one to get the accent on the beat because it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. The second beat is weak, and the third is a beat stronger, followed by the return to the first strong beat of the following measure. So we grab them. So we have strong, weak, weak, strong. So we have that accent on the last one to get to the upbeat. Now, duple and quadruple and triple meter, how they look on paper. So we have this. This is duple or simple duple. So we have 2/4. Each measure gets 2 beats or 2 crotchet beats. So it will be 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready and here we go. 1, 2. Or strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak. And then we have our triple. We have a strong, weak, half strong, right? To get up there. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? And so on and so forth. And then we have our quadruple. So we have strong, weak, half strong, weak, right? Over what? So these are just some ideas how to clap them. So now 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duple. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Triple. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to use songs, a lot of people use rhythms or particular rhythms to talk about meter or to identify meter. So like for example, duple. So like nursery rhymes, a lot of nursery rhymes are in duple. So like for example, twinkle, twinkle, little star, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, I wonder what you are. Up, 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 the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Right? 3/4 may feel like a waltz, like a dance. So you have 2, 3, Jamaica, there's a folk song called Moonshine Tonight. So it goes, moonshine tonight, come make we dance quadrille. Moonshine tonight, come make we dance quadrille. We need a rock so, we need a rock so, on the banyan tree. We need a rock so, we need a rock so, on the banyan tree. And quadrille is a dance. Yeah, so you have ballroom and camp style, of course, of the dance. So if you ever feel the music like that, strong, weak, weak, or strong, weak, half strong, you know that you're in triple meter. How about quadruple? We can find a lot of pieces in quadruple. I'll be one more for waltz. Amazing Grace, that's a good one. So, Amazing Grace. Oh, sweet, but they have a lot of syncopated rhythms, and we also have a up, or what we call an anacrusis. 1, 2, May. So it actually starts on the third beat and not the first. That's what we call an upbeat, because 3 is always going up. So 1 is down, 3 is up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So your Amazing Grace would be on the up. So Amazing Grace, and so on and so forth. So a quadruple piece, what piece could you come up with? Think about any popular song, regular song, a lot of popular music employ quadruple meter. Any reggae, if you like reggae. Even on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the wall, hidden there. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. One heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Well, for example. Alright? So, if we were to look at some excerpts that employ these meters, so this one has a 4/4, and the exercise is really emphasizing quavers. So, of course, we do have assigned pitches, but let's look at the rhythm for now. So we have first measure, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures. And if we're supposed to clap these, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, but we have B2 has quavers, B4 has quavers, and then we go here. So could we clap all of this together? Ready? 2, 3, 4. This is our pulse. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So if we actually were to assign a pitch, la, it's C, but I don't think that is C. Here we go. La. So if we're doing solfege, remember now, solfege employs do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. What would we start on? Actually, let's go get the right key and come back. Ensure that we have the key. So your solfege means that you are starting with do. So that's your do. So let's go with our solfege syllables. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 re, 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 mi, fa, sol. So, fa, fa, mi, re, do, do. Right again. So, do, 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 re, mi, fa, sol. So, fa, And if we're using hand signs as well, we know where do is. We have do, do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do, and so on and so forth. Right, so good. So we'll have those, and if we're having definite pitch for that, we could sing that. If we're just clapping, that's fine. We could do. All right, there we go. How about this one? Now, interesting enough, we had a tie. We spoke about tie the last time. What is a tie? A tie extends the note to whatever it's tied to, and usually ties are of the same pitch if we're dealing with tone. If they're not, then usually they just extend by the note. So in this case, we have which note is this? This is our half note, and this is a quarter note. So we have a minim and a crotchet. So this would extend this by 1. So now when we clap this one, we're holding for 3 total. Cool. And here, we have another one. So we're tying 2 quarter notes. So now when we hold this, we're holding it for 2 because this value is 1, this value is 1. And we have it that again. So let's clap again. So if we're using the syllables, do, if you see, that's our home key, but we're not starting on do, we're starting on mi. So it'll be mi. So if we sing together, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do, mi, so, mi, do. That's if we're singing. But if we're clapping, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, here we go. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Messed up the last one. Let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be our meter for that exploring ties. How about this one? So now we have a different meter. So our meter is 2, 4. So this means there have to be 2 beats in each bar using crotchet beats. So we see 2 beats here, 2 there. We have 1 here. This one will make 2. 2 there again. These 2 would make 1. And we have another one that's 2. And so on and so forth. All right. So here we go. If we're singing, let's sing together. So that's where we are. So we start on the 5 of the scale. So we have 1, 2, ready, and so, fa, mi, re, yeah, mi, re, mi, fa, sol. Oh, dash that one. Let's go again. So, fa, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, do, re, do. Oh my gosh. We practice with the side singing. So one more time. So, fa, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, re, do. Got it. Let's clap together. 1, 2, here, go. Well, that's all. Clapping off 2. We have time. Can you clap that? Look at it. Can you go? So we have our pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Hmm. You got it? Let's try it together. Here we go. Ready and. So if we're counting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple. And of course, you could increase your speed as you wish. You could increase your speed and to challenge yourself. So if we had a, let's say, for example, a vivace, right? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be quicker. One more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 3, 4. And going. So that is exploring meters. When you usually, which is an indication at the beginning of the music, that would say what meter in. Say, for example, these, we're not going to go through these, all of them, but at the beginning here, so we'll see our clef, and then we see our time signature that indicates that, and you go accordingly, right? All of those. So usually you have an indication that the meter is this, is duple, triple, or quadruple. So you use that and ensure that you're always counting with that meter. So it doesn't matter the combination of notes as long as you're within the meter. And it's helpful to use a metronome to practice with, so you can increase the speed. So if it's 1, 2, 3, that stays, right? I mean, it's whatever rhythm that's there. You can clap over that or keep that internally while you clap, right? And so on and so forth. So have fun with meters. That will be helpful when you're using rhythm or melodic recalls. So rhythmic or melodic recalls. So it's rhythm and melody encapsulating meter for today's lesson. Have fun.